Well, hello there. Welcome to another episode of Ordinary Guys Bourbon. Today on the program, a very special guest, a person who's anything but ordinary. Teresa Beard, how are you?
I'm well, how are you?
I'm doing great, thanks for asking. So, Teresa, you are the third female guest ever on the program.
Excellent.
And I hope that doesn't cause you anxiety or stress.
Not at all. Three is my favorite number.
Is it?
Yes, it is.
Why?
It really is.
Oh, is that what it is? The Trinity? Yeah. Yeah. Or a mirepoix if you're a French cook, right?
Or menage a trois.
Well, okay. Either way, it's great to have you on the program.
It's great to be here.
It's great because, and I mentioned this right when you and Bobby walked in, right? So, like, bourbon drinkers, like 30 to 35% of bourbon drinkers are women, right? And if you go back to the 1990s, it was only like 15 to 18%. So bourbon has started to draw in females, right? Which is great. YouTube Studio gives me some analytics on the program, and it shows that right now we're only at 15.7% female audience, right? Which is a little misleading. I think my wife watched the show, and it doesn't record her as a person because I think she watched it on my account. But either way, nevertheless, it's great to have you on. So you are a new. We're in Indiana right now.
We are in Indiana.
And you're a new relocation person.
I am. I'm freshly a new Hoosier.
Do you, wow.
Yes.
Wow. I didn't. That's good.
Yes. I'm now a Hoosier.
You like it?
What
are your thoughts?
I don't know. I've been a Illinois fan for a long time. So I got the Chiefs, I got the Bears, I got the Cubs.
Anything's better than Illinois. Anything's better than Illinois.
Well, I don't know.
But families moved out here now, right? The whole unit is here.
We're all here.
And they're happy as well, or they're adjusting?
Yeah. Well, teen girls, they're always, handshake away from.
So how old are your kids?
19, 15, and 12.
Wow. All girls?
2 girls, 1 boy.
Which one's the boy?
The youngest.
Oh, okay. Oh,
the baby.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
Yeah.
So what we have here today, this is a treat. This was a gift from Steve Adams.
Excellent.
No, Steve Evans. Close, right? In fact, still vowel, consonant, vowel. Steve Evans, right? Mm-hmm. Who I think your husband worked with. Ken Pluff I worked with at Rivian. Great guy.
Great guy.
Right? And he brought this back from one of his adventures, probably on some 1904 Indian motorcycle, I'm sure, with a sidecar. But he brought this back and said, Dave, I want you to have this, which is great. I tried to have him on the program. It would have been great to have Steve on.
Yeah.
But it didn't work out with the scheduling, right? And I'm also in the process of relocating right now. So there's some time sensitivity about when I need to record things, and I wanted to make sure we got the episode done. So in advance of any reporting on this bourbon or our sampling, thank you to Steve Evans for the gift. And this is Casey Jones Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey. And there's 2 different variants here. Right?
Yes.
So we've got the traditional, which I think is on the right. And then we've got on the left, we've got the same, but finished in maple syrup barrels. So let me tell you a little bit about Casey Jones Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey. I hate to do this. Anytime I'm given bourbon as a gift, I hate to say what the price was, but it's important for the analysis of what we're doing. So right now, at least online, these are about $34, $35 per 350 milliliter bottle. Okay? So I've been holding on to these for about a year. They're both unique and interesting. I'm very optimistic about this taste. Casey Jones is a relatively new distilling company being founded in 2014 by Arlen A.J. Jones and Peg Hayes. The distillery is named after A.J.'s grandfather, the legendary Casey Jones. So let's start there. Casey Jones was a master still maker in southwest Kentucky, specifically in an area called Golden Pond in what is now known as the Land Between the Lakes National Recreation Area, which is a slice of land between Kentucky Lake and the Lake Barkley, or in between the Kentucky and Cumberland rivers. According to folklore, Al Capone favored moonshine from this area during Prohibition because of the superior quality that came out of the copper stills produced by Casey Jones. The story even goes further into detail by saying that Al Capone's buyers would use a nearby airstrip in Fenton, Kentucky to transport product distilled in the region. But, like most stories, this one has some question marks. Let's put some bookends on that timeline first. Prohibition, which created the golden era for moonshining and bootlegging, began on January 17, 1920. Capone officially came to power in 1925 after taking control of the Chicago outfit after his mentor, Johnny Torrio, no relation to Vince Falzata, was severely wounded in an assassination attempt and retired. Capone was then convicted of federal income tax evasion on October 17, 1931, and sentenced to 11 years in federal prison, and spent time in Atlanta and Alcatraz before being released in 1939. Prohibition, of course, ended in 1933, though that's plenty of years before Capone's release. So if there's any connection between Capone, the Golden Pond, and Casey Jones's still, it would have been limited to the period from around 1925 to 1931. The airstrip in Fenton, Kentucky, associated with this local lore of Chicago mobsters, was located at the east end of the Egner's Ferry Bridge. The developer of that airport was Mac Hobson from Cadiz, Kentucky, who started work in 1944 developing a 2,200-foot landing strip that served as the Skyline Lodge and nearby tourist spots airstrip. The airstrip development seemed to have coincided with the completion of the Kentucky Dam, which created the Kentucky Lake, which began filling in 1944, creating at the time the largest man-made lake in the eastern United States. The airstrip was later blacktopped in 1955. So you see the timelines already are not really matching up to their little story, right? So with any connection between Capone and Casey Jones likely to be a fallacy, let's still continue. Casey Jones was a prolific and celebrated still maker. That's been verified. Mm-hmm. He worked exclusively with copper and charged customers the equivalent of around $350 in today's dollars per still, plus a gallon or two of the product. As these stills were being operated illegally, Jones put some features on the stills that further set them apart. Jones created a cylindrical condenser that allowed the higher proof, better tasting product in less time. He built square stills, also known as coffin stills, that fit into the bed of the wagon or truck in case a quick getaway was necessary. He outfitted stills and condensers with handles to facilitate quicker relocation. So pretty smart. In between demand for the stills, Jones seemed to have an operator as a bootlegger as well, although he clearly wasn't good at it as he was arrested, I think, twice. He spent a total of 3 years in prison for his crimes. Sure. The design of the stills made by Casey Jones would become the blueprint for Jones's grandson, AJ, to follow in his footsteps. The Casey Jones Distillery in Hopkinsville, Kentucky, uses the world's only industrial-grade square pot still for moonshine, named the grandfather, and it has a smaller square still pot for bourbon. The smaller still, a puny 140-gallon beauty, was hand-built by AJ Casey Jones. Casey Jones Distilling Company released their first bourbon in late 2020. This bourbon has a mash bill of 80% yellow dent corn, 16% rye, and 4% malted barley. It's bottled at 108 proof, so it is a little spicy. It is. This specific bottle, which again I've been holding on to for about a year now, states that the bottle is aged for 3.4 years. Online, the product appears to now be aged a minimum of 4 years. It has won the American Craft Spirit Gold Award in 2021 for Best Small Batch in State and Best Small Batch Bourbon Whiskey. That's all I got. So that's Casey. So the history there, a lot of these bourbon companies will have stories and folklore, which are pretty easily disproven. Casey Jones, we know, was a character, was an actual person, was prolific in the moonshining and still constructing business, brought the square still and some of the features that allowed it to be easily transported to prominence. But certainly I don't think he was part of Al Capone's golden speed dial group.
Doesn't sound like it.
Yeah. So, but Casey Jones, Bobby will tell us that there's some kind of connection with Casey Jones and what?
Grateful Dead.
Okay, and what's that all about?
It's named
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, actually, this is a great pick for me.
Is it?
Yeah.
Because you're a Grateful Dead fan, or?
Yes, and I'm from, the Chicago area.
Okay.
And every year, my family went down to Kentucky Lake. Every year, and they still do.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's
Yeah.
fantastic.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're
Were you
familiar
busted
with
down
that
on Bourbon Street? Set up like a bowling pin?
I have been to Bourbon Street.
Is that a Grateful Dead thing?
No.
Busted down on Bourbon Street, set up like a bowling pin. That's a Grateful Dead song, isn't it? And yet the hat you're wearing right now is a what? I didn't ask you where you got it from. I asked you what is the hat you're wearing? Okay. So you're wearing apparel of okay. I'll do the research offline and I'll flash at the bottom of
Please do.
the exact song. And if I'm wrong,
Yeah.
which I have been,
It's odd.
3.5 times.
I really thought you never heard of the Grateful Dead, much less
No,
Casey Jones.
I've heard of them. So I think more of I think this is generational for me. I was more of a Fish fan than a Grateful Dead fan.
Well, we're the same age, but I was definitely a Deadhead before I was a Fish fan, and I've seen both of them in concert.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep, for sure.
Yeah.
Because I mean, the Dead are definitely a different generation than the Fish. They're kind of younger set of gentlemen.
Well, I think Fish as well. Like we're all individually and collectively, I guess, but individually very skilled and educated musicians. Were they not? Or are they not?
They were and they are, yes.
Let's get into the scoring.
Okay.
Okay, so you're new to the program.
I am.
You
Brand new.
you did hear the episode we recorded a little bit earlier with Bobby.
I did hear
right?
it, yeah. Mm-hmm.
So we have 5 categories. Each category has a range, right? The first category is heritage.
Okay.
And I'll start off with my score on heritage just to help kind of set the tone a little bit.
All right.
So heritage maximum score is 15. And we look at this and we say, okay, well, what's the heritage of this bourbon? This Casey Jones, right? So Casey Jones, I think we said this was first distilled in 2000 and I want to say 20. Did we say that?
And then it aged for 3 years? Is
Two-
that right?
well, it was first released in 2020. So maybe it was released, maybe they bottled it themselves at a 3.4 4-year. Either 2016 was when they'd have to put this in the barrel.
Sure.
Right? But like our program is very loose. So like heritage, like there's this whole story about it's tied into his great grandfather and how he was this master still maker, and I think there's some relevance to that, right?
Yeah, sure.
But then you have other products that have distilleries that have been open for 200 years,
Right.
And they've been distilling the same product
Right.
for 100 years.
They have a very prolific effect.
And you don't have the same here. So for
True.
me, at a maximum of 15, I don't think this has a lot of heritage. I think like there's things about that are good, like the bottle is nice, the little tassel thing is nice. That will come out in different categories. But for me, out of a maximum 15, I'm going to give this a 5, I think.
A 5?
A 5.
All right. I was thinking maybe like a 6, just because, these are the generations of the folks that were coming over. These are our grandparents' generations. So it's kind of great to see these generations come over and then like something have this come out of it.
Sure.
So to me, that's
Perfect.
I think that's great.
Do
Yeah.
it.
Plus all the ties to Kentucky, got to give it a little bit of a family edge there.
There you go.
So I'll bump it up to a 7.
Yep. Okay. Go ahead.
All right.
You do you. And now this is kind of a messy thing because we've got 2 different samples in front of us. So we've got the one that's the traditional, and then we've got the one that's finished in the maple syrup.
The maple,
but
yeah.
we only have one palate. So maybe I didn't think this through, but nevertheless, we're going to score them as a amalgamation.
Okay.
Yeah. So taste and drinkability has a maximum of 40.
It is a little spicy. It hits you.
It's 106 proof, 108 proof.
I do have to say I like the maple better. You can almost kind of taste the richness in it.
Yeah. Careful. Ordinary Guys Bourbon. We don't get into like very deep like vanilla notes and tannin finishes and stuff like that.
We just keep it simple.
We keep it simple.
Well, we gotta give it props to the maple syrup.
Yeah.
It's on the bottle.
108 proof. 108 proof. And I think both of them are 108 proof. Oh, this is 101 proof. the maple finished, which makes sense. It's smart. I don't know, maximum 40. What do you think?
Oh, affordability? Oh, that's easy. This is.
For taste and drinkability, how much do you like it?
Yeah, you know what? I'll give it a 6. It's sharp.
At a maximum of 40.
Oh, out of 40.
Yeah, sorry.
Oh, I don't have my glasses on. I told you if I had to
my
rate
bad.
anything,
No, my bad.
I'd have to put my glasses on.
Well, I figured I'd tell you that.
I'm old, you know. I haven't had cataract surgery yet.
I had the LASIK done.
I did too.
Did you? How long ago did you have it done?
10 years maybe?
Oh, so recently?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Best money ever spent?
Yes.
You like? Yeah.
Hands down. I tell everybody, best thing I ever did for myself.
I had done like 20-something years ago. They use a chisel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's gross.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah. It's
Like
the best
people that do the whole.
Yeah, I couldn't do it anymore.
Does Bobby wear glasses?
No.
Well, perfect vision. Attaboy.
Well, I don't know about that. I think I see better.
Close enough.
Yeah.
Well, I think any
And
wife.
he's younger,
Any
so,
wife sees better.
yeah.
Right.
Well. Yeah.
Maximum 40.
So you can still read?
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah,
Good
yeah,
for you.
Yeah.
All right. So out of 40, thank
Yeah.
you for pointing that out. I'll give it a 31. Yeah. Is that all right with you?
Everyone's score is like a snowflake.
Yeah.
It's special. It's unique. You do whatever you want. To me, I'm a little bit lower. I think I'm 28 for this. So affordability maximum is 20. The price of these bottles online, again, these were a gift, a very generous gift from Steve Evans. Thank you again, Steve. Not Steve Adams, Steve Evans.
Steve Evans, yeah. Thank you, Steve.
But about $35 per bottle. These are little mini bottles, little half bottles. So we'll say it's the equivalent of $70 a bottle, okay, for a normal fifth. So affordability maximum 20, but also recognizing it's from a smaller distillery. It's not from one of these juggernaut Buffalo Trace, Jim Beam, Jack Daniels kind of places. What do you think? Maximum 20.
I think it's completely reasonable.
Yeah?
Yeah, 100%.
You guys are bougie.
Oh, why?
Yeah.
Well, what kind of number are you gonna throw out there?
For me, so I always, there's nothing wrong with your score. But for me, I look at things and I say, for the equivalent of $70 a bottle, would I want to buy this opposed to other things that are available that are similar in the range of proof, of age, right? And I think for a 3-4 year bourbon that's 108 proof, there's a lot of things that are better than this. So
right, but again, your category is affordability. You're getting way out there now.
Well, I'm saying from an affordability standpoint, if I'm spending $70 for a bottle of bourbon, I want something that's a lot better than this.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, I would go buy $70 a bottle and be like, call it a day.
That's why I called you bougie.
Yeah. I think it's very affordable.
I like to stretch my bourbon dollar.
Do you?
Yeah.
Well, understandable. You're the host.
So for me, and this is just my score, not yours, affordability, I'm going to give this an 8.
An 8?
Yeah. What do you think?
Or are we going high or low? Is 20 like really affordable, or is 1
20 would be like
lowest?
this is like $10, $20.
All right,
right?
I'll give it an 18. I'll give it an 18.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I think it's really affordable.
Okay.
Honestly, for bourbon.
Now availability, this is one that this is a new category, and I every single episode I forget to reference how the distribution of the product is. I have not seen this on any shelf, right? But that's not to say it's not distributed widely. I just don't know. I'm going to go based on just that I haven't seen it. That's how I'm going to base my score. But I may be wrong. This is a maximum of 15, and I'm going to give it a 10, which is giving it a little bit of a favor, but it's because of my own naivety.
Sure.
Yeah.
You need to do some more research on that.
I do, but I had 3 pages. I thought that was pretty good, right?
Oh no, I mean research on availability. Like, can we go buy this?
Yeah.
Can we leave right now?
Probably not. Not in New Carlisle. I can almost guarantee. I think the liquor store I stopped at in New Carlisle before, I think had like 3 bourbons. So
right,
design.
so
is the last
yeah.
one's design.
Can we turn these?
Yeah, we can do whatever we want.
I kind of dig it.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got the black and orange, and you kind of got the old classic Kentucky-looking bottle.
I like the maple leaf in the middle of the maple syrup.
Yeah.
finished barrels.
I like it.
You say 8 or A? Because I'm gonna give it an 8.
8.
The maximum is 10 here.
All right.
Yeah.
Give it an 8.
10. You're gonna give it an 8?
I'm gonna give it an 8A.
I give it an
A.
A maple leaf.
You know, I'll throw a 6. You know what? They didn't do anything fancy like pictures or anything
That's
like
true.
that.
They didn't.
It is pretty simple,
Yeah.
straightforward.
So what do you have as an overall?
Oh, 72.
72. Wow.
72.
Wow. Wow. I got to do some math here just to figure out where we're at as the X bar. So I got a 59.
Wow.
So 72. That puts us at there's 12 there. So what 65 is the average score. Not a bad score.
Not a bad score.
Not a bad score at all. So this was Casey Jones Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey and Casey Jones Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey finished in maple syrup casks.
Which you can taste.
Which you can taste. Yeah. Until next time, from Ordinary Guys Bourbon, cheers.
Cheers.